We're out here tonight on the National Mall. Came downtown for a special event they're doing. Today, July 19th, marks 50 years since the launch of Saturn V, Apollo 11, launching 3 astronauts, Michael Collins, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin on a 3-day journey to the moon. Tonight, to commemorate it, tonight's event is they're actually going to light an image of a Saturn V rocket, a life-size image of a Saturn V rocket on the side of the Washington Monument. So we have, I don't know, about 20 minutes left until they light this. And each night they're doing something a little bit different. I think tomorrow, Wednesday, is kind of the same thing, lighting the side of the monument. And then Friday and Saturday, they're going to do a simulated launch, a 17-minute production. They have these absolutely massive screens. We're standing behind it now. Each one of these is a shipping container. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 shipping containers high, 2 shipping containers wide, of these massive screens. And they're going to be doing a presentation and I believe simulating a launch, but that's a couple days from now. I will totally bring you guys down for that. I'll be out of town for a little bit. See these big, massive screens. We have 72 hours, 8 minutes, and 36 seconds until the launch, simulated launch. So that's what's going on tonight. It's a little bit different from the normal content. Totally dorking out. I have my Neil Armstrong shirt on, and this is my thing. Besides going out there and killing it in a thrift game, I absolutely love space. I love aviation, and if I didn't do what I did in my 9 to 5, I would totally work for NASA. Because, you know, that's how that works. You just show up and say, I want to work here, and NASA takes you, I think. So we're going to hang out for a couple more minutes, and I'm going to bring you back for when they light everything up. Now, what's cool about this spot here, we're at, I believe it's 9th Street. It's either 9th or 12th Street. I forget. What's cool about this spot is just a couple of weeks ago, my astronomy club and I were set up here, and we had dozens and dozens of telescopes here, and we had a public outreach night. I'll drop some clips in here. I didn't take a ton of video, but it was a very cool public outreach. We probably had this place packed full, probably with just as many people as we have now. I'm gonna walk around because I think there's about a minute or so left before they light. So I'm gonna walk around. Boy, I hope that I have the image stabilization set right. There you go. Good timing. Very cool. So I thought it was going to be a picture. It's actually a video. Try to get in a little bit closer.
What do you call it? The shuttle station?
You can actually see some of the oxygen, the liquid oxygen venting out. Very cool. So the Saturn V in the configuration as it sits here, representative of the Apollo 11 launch, is a 3-stage setup. That's the second stage. This is the first stage. And way up at the top is the third and final stage. As it sits here, it's about 363 foot tall, which still gives it a little ways to go to reach the top of the Washington Monument. That's about 555 feet tall. Its superlatives are pretty impressive. It's the most powerful thing that man has ever built. It's also the loudest thing that man has ever built. That includes Man-O-War concerts. And all of this rocketry, all of this technology is for 3 little teeny tiny guys that are sitting up at the top of the last stage there. This is still the only rocket. Well, it's the most powerful rocket we have ever built as a species. It's the only rocket that's capable of putting men into low Earth orbit. Not bad for a couple of guys in button-down shirts and some slide rules 50 years ago. This is very, very cool. Now I'm going to bring you back. Should be Friday or Saturday. But we're going to see them launch this thing right off the Washington Monument. Very, very cool. All right, we'll see you then.